On January 27, 2023, following a 2-hour deliberation in a Prince George County courtroom, now 30-year-old Antonio Williams was found guilty of 3 counts of first-degree fatality and 3 counts of first-degree child act. 5.5 years earlier, officers walked the handcuffed man out of an interview room and took him to jail following the passing of his 6-year-old sister, Nadira Withers, and their 6- and 9-year-old cousins, Ariana and Ajayah decree. The sisters, who were from Newark, New Jersey, were visiting for the summer. Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel and please subscribe if you have not already. Some details of this case may be overwhelming, therefore viewer discretion is strongly advised. It was a Thursday afternoon in August 2017 when Williams was supposed to be watching for his children, all under the age of 10 years old, while his mother, Nadira Kelly, went to work her overnight nursing shift. Around 7:30 the following morning, when she returned to the home in the 6400 block of Brook Jane Drive, Kelly found the girl suffering from puncture wounds and lacerations to the upper body in a basement bedroom. The Prince George County Fire Department responded to the home in Clinton, Maryland, but heartbreakingly, all 3 girls were pronounced gone at the scene. Police also found a 2-year-old girl in the home when they arrived. She was another sister of Williams and thankfully had been left unharmed. A police spokesperson called it, quote, one of the most difficult scenes that Prince George's county officers had ever investigated.
The question on so many people's minds tonight is why.
Yep.
Marjorie Russell says she loved hearing the sound of kids playing in the yard next door.
It was very hard for us, very hard. We have grandchildren. It was hard.
Now the house is a memorial to the 3 little girls.
This is young kids, you know. I'm a grandfather now.
It's just devastating to know that something like that could happen to little children.
These are the family members of the 2 other girls, sisters Ariana and Ajayah Decree, aged 6 and 9. They didn't want to talk on camera. These girls go to the same school as Nadira.
It's very scary because when I hear scary stuff, I don't like to sleep at night.
I cannot imagine as a parent, myself who has young children and especially daughters, this is definitely heartbreaking.
Antonio remained at the home until he was taken to the police station, where authorities stated he offered a full confession following an extensive interview. His bail hearing 3 days following the discovery was eventful as the judge requested Antonio undergo a mental evaluation after he repeatedly screamed, quote, "I'm not the one you're looking for," in the courtroom. During the hearing, Antonio's mother, Andrina, yelled, "Mommy loves you," to her son, which infuriated the fathers of the victims, who had to be restrained as tempers flared and emotions inside the courtroom reached a boiling point. One of them responded, quote, "Your daughter is the one who needed you," in reference to Kelly's daughter, Nadira.
And the chaos continued outside as the mother of murder suspect Antonio Williams left the courthouse. Prosecutors remained inside, comforting the family of the victims.
This has to be, I tell you, one of the worst days we have ever had.
Antonio Williams charged with 3 counts of first-degree murder in the deaths of 3 little girls, his sister and 2 cousins. The 25-year-old entered the hearing disruptive, combative, and screaming for his mother, then yelling, "He's here, no, 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 no," and "I'm not the one you're looking for." And when his mother yelled back, "Mommy loves you," the courtroom tension exploded, with both sides of the gallery lunging and cursing at each other.
Again, this was just excruciating in terms of the painful display. You have 2 fathers who were in the courtroom this morning grieving, quite honestly, for their daughters who were expected to start 1st grade this week, and the other daughter, I believe, was starting 3rd grade. But instead they were here determining how to bury their children.
A service to celebrate the lives of Ariana in Ajayah decree was held on August 26, 2017 at New Hope Baptist Church in Newark, New Jersey. Their bodies were laid to rest in Fairmont Cemetery. 4 days later, a homegoing celebration was held in Nadira's honor at the Zion Church in Landover. Antonio returned to court for a hearing in September 2017, and during this hearing, Judge Ann Wagner Stewart deemed him competent after listening to testimony from a psychologist who interviewed him. The psychologist, Robert Katz, told the court he made 3 attempts prior to successfully interviewing Williams to arrive at his conclusion. When Antonio did cooperate, he, quote, expressed himself in a detailed, articulated manner, according to Katz. There was no history of mental illness found associated with Antonio. On the other hand, Daniel Moskoff, Williams' public defender, argued against the psychologist's determination, saying Katz had not interviewed the man's relatives, conducted an IQ test, or fully reviewed medical records. Judge Wagner Stewart also ordered him held without bond. Ariana decree would have started 4th grade less than a month before her passing. The 9-year-old loved to play dress-up with wigs, high heels, and jewelry. She also learned to do chores at an early age and would assist her mother around the house. Ajayah would have started 1st grade, and the 6-year-old loved music, dancing, and pranks. She also loved a good joke. In an interview, their mother, Sumter, referred to them as the reason she would get up in the morning. Bathsheba also said that never in a million years would she have guessed Williams, her cousin, would be suspected of committing such a heinous act. To compound the tragedy, 2 months after her daughter's passing, Bathsheba Sumter suddenly passed away. At the time, her family told media sources that her passing resulted from a broken heart. Prior to that, the mother told media sources she wanted Williams to receive the death penalty, even though Maryland does not have capital punishment. Finally, in January 2023, the case against Williams was taken to trial. The reason for the delay? Prosecutors said there was actually several, including a high turnover in the office of State Attorney Aisha Braveboy. There was also a change of defense attorneys, in addition to pandemic-related delays, which resulted in a backlog of cases. During the trial, the jury heard several recordings of Williams giving a full confession to the fatalities. Based on this, prosecutors argued that he got annoyed that the girls were making noise as they ran up and down the steps in the home. He had told them to go back down. Antonio, now furious, grabbed a knife from the kitchen, wounded them in a downstairs bedroom, cleaned up the scene and knife with bleach, put the knife away, washed his bloody clothes, and pretended he didn't know what happened. However, despite all of Antonio's efforts to conceal his role in the crimes, investigators found enough DNA evidence to link him to it. In January 2023, Antonio Williams was found guilty of 3 counts of first-degree fatality and 3 counts of first-degree child act. His sentencing was scheduled for May 19, 2023, and he faced 3 life sentences without the possibility of parole.
It took more than 5 years, but now this family is beginning to heal after the girl's killer was convicted. Kenneth Withers is the father of Nadira Withers, who was just 6 years old.
I'm just happy that these 3 innocent lives got the justice they deserve.
They should be enjoying their lives, pursuing their dreams, yet they were killed by a family member.
Prosecutors say these crime scene photos highlight blood evidence and cleaning supplies found in a bathroom of the home and the shirt Williams allegedly wore the night of the killings.
There were 16 stab wounds between the 3 girls, and brutally murdered them, shut the door behind him.
Withers sat through the trial, hearing heart-wrenching details. He'll be at the sentencing, too.
The families that were all affected can begin to put, the pieces or what's left of their life back together.
May the family and friends of Nadira Withers, Ajayah decree, and Ariana decree find solace in the happy memories, and may their souls rest in perpetual peace. Thank you.